How do I know how many vegetables or herbs that I can put in my aquaponics system? This is going to depend on how much of the fertilizer your fish are producing. So if we remember, aquaponics is an ecosystem. So the fish are producing ammonia through their waste, and we have the bacteria within the aquaponics system. So within our grow bed, it's all this clay is for. We have the bacteria converting the ammonia into nitrite, which is still toxic but less toxic than ammonia. And then the second bacteria converts the nitrite into nitrate, less toxic again. It is the nitrate that your veggies then use. So when you're doing your water quality tests every week to identify, one, we're checking is there ammonia, is there nitrite, because if there is, there's a problem within your aquaponics system and you want to get on top of that before things happen. So we want to know where things are at, so we're wanting to service the car before there's a problem. The nitrate we test because, one, we're wanting to make sure that both bacteria are still present. We can't have nitrate unless we have both bacteria present. So check out my water quality videos if you haven't already, if you're wanting to understand about that. I walk you through it step by step, okay? It's really, really simple once you understand your basics. So your nitrate is where you identify how much veggies you can have. Now, if you put a seedling, just say you go to your local hardware store or nursery and you get some seedlings, and you gently take them out of the pot and you rinse off all of the soil, dirt and extra fertilizers that they add that we don't want in our aquaponics system. So you have nice, clean, clear roots, and we're popping it in there. It's going to take a couple of weeks, generally speaking, a couple of weeks for the plants to get used to no soil, constant water. Okay, let's grow water roots so we can then take up oxygen out of the water, we can take up nutrients out of the water. So they need to actually develop their water roots. So give them a couple of weeks, and then you can test your ammonia, nitrite and nitrate, and your nitrates will be able to help you balance out how many plants you have. Add a couple, give it a couple of days and test. Add another couple, give it a couple of days and test. We balance everything out with the amount of fish that we have and the amount of nitrate we have. Okay, so ideally you're wanting to have at least 10 parts per million of nitrate to support your veggies. Okay, that's what we're wanting to have within our aquaponics system, a little bit of nitrate. If you've got 80 parts per million, add more veggies. If you've got 0, well then don't add any more veggies, because without the nitrate, then we don't have anything for them to grow with them. There's no fertilizer. Okay, so we're needing to be able to get this happening. We're needing this balance. Always add things slowly, and add things when they're small, because they will grow with your system. Okay, so if you have your fish that are small and you have your bacteria already established, it will continue to reproduce as your fish are getting bigger. As they're getting bigger, so with the amount of bacteria within your aquaponics system, it will grow. And that means you'll get more and more fertilizer, more and more nitrate within your system, which means you can put more and more plants. Now, even if you only had, say, 5 really nice plants within your aquaponics system, as the fish get bigger and they're producing more and more nitrate, your plants, as they get bigger, use more and more, they absorb more and more nitrate. So it's really, really important that we do look at that balance. If you just put a whole heap of plants in, there's not going to be enough nitrate in there, so not enough fertilizer to be able to support what you're growing. So we need to go slow. But remember, going slow gives you a really good understanding of how it works and making sure that you're not going to have a problem later. Yeah? Cool.